The home cooking continues for the Toronto Blue Jays as they win yet another ball game at Rogers Center with the W today over the Atlanta Braves. Not only do they win this series at the very least, they're now 11-3 at Rogers Center. They are playing phenomenal ball, and it is really exciting to watch. And look, Barrios battled, but he did a great job. The bullpen, as much as it got very hairy there in the 7th inning, figured it out, found a way to get a W. And you got lots of timely hits. So important. You come away with the victory today, 5-2 over the Atlanta Braves, and are now 23-16 on the season of the Toronto Blue Jays. And look, it didn't look good early, right? It really didn't, with Marcell Ozuna hitting an absolute missile, moonshot off of Jose Barrios, a 2-run bomb scoring Eddie Rosario. And it's 2-0 Braves early. And they obviously didn't score any yesterday with Bassett's complete game. And so with Barrios on the hill, it gives up the 2-run shot. And you're thinking, okay, how's Barrios going to react to this? Well, it ends up being the only 2 runs he allowed, and then the Jays start to chip away. Bottom of the 4th inning, you have runners at the corners with 1 out for Whit Merrifield. And all Whit tried to do was slap this thing to right field. And he does so. Ozzie Albies can't get the double play, gets the out at first, run comes in. It's Vladdy after his, belly flop double into second base. Incredible stuff from Vladdy there. Love it. Just all entertainment all the time. And the Jays have cut the deficit in half. It's now a 2-1 game. All right, you're right back in this. Then, 1 inning later, bottom of the 5th inning, Kevin Kiermaier hits a single to right field and knows it wasn't hit hard, and it was also to the closer to the first base line. So the right fielder's got to run over to get it. Kiermaier right out of the box is thinking 2. He takes off, head first slide, a real one this time, not like Vladdy's. And he's safe at second base. That's a leadoff double. I think it was a leadoff double or 1-out double from KK there in the bottom of the 5th. And Bo Bichette then comes up and bloops a double over Matt Olson in the right field for a base hit. Kiermaier comes in to score. And the Jays have tied the game at 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Was it the 6th inning where Springer made the great catch? I think it was. Look, 1st and 3rd, 2 out. You got who was it? Eddie Rosario? I think hit it to George Springer. That thing's slicing, and he lays out to make an insane catch to keep the game tied at 2. Barrios pumped up on the mound. Of course he should. Springer pumped up in right field. The fans going nuts. And can this go to the Jays' legs? Can it go to their bats and find a way to get a W? Well, we go ahead to the bottom half of the 7th inning, and boy, oh boy, do the Jays tack on some runs here off of A.J. Minter. All right? Bottom 7. I got the stats right in front of me here. Danny Jansen pops out, but then, of course, Kevin Kiermaier hits another single. He had 3 hits on the day. Then George Springer singles to center field. Kevin Kiermaier up to second. Then, what the Jays have done all game long is run the base as well. And they double steal. Throw goes to third, Kiermaier safe, Springer moves up to second base, and you got guys at second and third with 1 out, with a chance to take the lead. And Bo Bichette rips a ball in the left field for a base hit. In comes Kiermaier, and the Blue Jays, they now have the lead. It is 3-2. But then Vladdy comes up, and it's a line drive sac fly to right field. That's all this guy hits is absolute piss missile line drives. Right at the right fielder, he makes the play. Ronald Acuna, and I'm thinking, George, test him. There's 2 out now. You got to test this and get the extra run. He does. He slides in, throws offline. He's safe, and the Jays now lead at 4-2. Fantastic stuff. Actually, let me back up to the top half of the 7th inning because that's when the, let's be honest, the turning point in the game was right there. Ronald Acuna singles, an infield single. It was hit to Bo Bichette. Throw was in the dirt. Vladdy couldn't pick it. Then Jimmy Garcia walks Matt Olson, but this is after Acuna has stolen 2 bases. So they have runners in the corners, nobody out. Then Austin Riley walks, and now the bases are loaded, nobody out. You've got great speed and Acuna on at third base. I mean, they're probably going to score at least 1 run here and take the lead back, and it's really unfortunate. Well, they bring the infield in. Sean Murphy, it's a chopper. Vladdy picks up, fires it home. There's 1. And then they bring in Eric Swanson, the Swan Dog. And he strikes out Eddie Rosario, a huge second out there. Then Ozzy Albies flies out to Dalton Varsho, and they get nothing. And it's the baseball gods doing their thing, because in the next half inning, that's when the Jays score their 2 runs to take the 2-run lead. And then in the bottom half of the 8th inning, Danny Jansen rips double down the left field line. In comes Whit Merrifield after he stole a couple bases in that inning as well. And you now lead at 5-2. Romano goes out there 1-2-3, no problem. And ball game Blue Jays. Winning at 5-2. Winners of 2 in a row. Winner of the series against the best team in the National League East in the Atlanta Braves. And as I mentioned right off the top, the home cooking. Oh yeah, they're feeling pretty good about themselves on home field. But let's get to these stats. Bo Bichette, 2 for 4 in the ball game, had a couple RBIs. Huge time for him. Had the game tying RBI and the go-ahead RBI. So as much as people want to yap the defense, and that's been the talking point in those 2 games in Philly about Bo Bichette's terrible defense, whatnot, but this is what he can do for you, and that is basically drive in 2 massive runs in big moments. He was great. Vladdy went 1 for 2 in the ball game. He walked once and scored a run. Whit Merrifield, sure, he didn't get any hits in the ball game, but he had 2 walks and stole 3 bases. Made an impact. You love it. And Kevin Kiermaier in the 9-hole had a third of the Blue Jays hits today. He went 3 for 4, scored a couple runs. The team overall, 9 hits, 7 strikeouts in the ball game for the Blue Jays. They walked 3 times, and they had 5 stolen bases. And that's something we talked about, right? It's crazy how baseball is a sport where there's 162 of them. It's a long season. You can go on a terrible stretch, but if you're a good team, they'll figure it out. Like those 2 games in Philly, they weren't running the bases well. They weren't hitting it all. Their starting pitching wasn't great. The defense was terrible. Like it was all terrible. And here today, you get clutch knocks. Barrios battled but was good enough. Went 5 2/3 of really good ball. Your bullpen, as much as it was on edge in that 7th inning, settled it down, and Swanson and Romano finished it off. Got great defense. George Springer laying out for him to make a great play. This is the Blue Jays team that we were expecting to see. And I mentioned in that final game against Philly, how it's like, we heard about these sac flies, we heard about all this stuff, we're not seeing it. You got it today. Sac fly from Vladdy, bunch of stolen bases, great defense, timely hitting, fantastic stuff for the Blue Jays today, and that's what baseball is all about. And that I don't know how many times I've said it in videos in the past. You have to have a short memory as a baseball player. If you don't, you're probably not very good. Because you got to have a short memory. Those 2 games in Philly were atrocious. Those 4 games in Boston's atrocious. But then they put that Pittsburgh series, and they did great, but it's Pittsburgh, But then they've won the first 2 games of this series against the top NL East team in the Atlanta Braves. Chris Bassett shut them out yesterday. And Jose Barrios and the pitching staff and the timely hitting and the base running today got it done, winning 5-2. Now, there's still another game to play, though. The finale of this series goes tomorrow afternoon. It's a 1:37 first pitch at Rogers Center. Yusei Kikuchi is going to get the ball for the Blue Jays in the finale, so we shall see how that plays out. Look, Jays fans, your 3 and 4 starters gave it to you today, the last couple of days, and you've got wins with it, so fantastic stuff. It's TBD right now for the Atlanta Braves, but for Yusei Kikuchi, he's got the hill tomorrow against Atlanta, looking to bring out those brooms, and I want to get that nasty thing a nasty broom in my basement out so I can just wave it around. We'll see how it happens, though. We'll see what happens tomorrow. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the win, of course, this afternoon, smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? The Twitter and Instagram link is down below. Also, Discord, TikTok links are down there as well, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, Jays Edition, the only thing left. Tomorrow is the finale of this 3-game set against the Atlanta Braves. The Jays look to get the series sweep. 1:37 first pitch at Rogers Center. Yusei Kikuchi gets the ball for the Blue Jays. TBD right now for the Atlanta Braves. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the W, of course, today. We'll talk to you guys then.